Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Putin made an interesting statement, and that is, he said, when asked who he would prefer to be dealing with being in the White House, Biden or Trump, he says, well, Biden is our guy. We want Biden to win. And he's going to tell us why Putin wants Biden to win, not Trump. And Trump will answer Putin's compliment. Well, let's analyze why Putin might have said that, and he's going to tell us why. Is that true? Well, we'll see. Let's go. I have 4 articles ready. Business Insider. Putin says he'd prefer a second Biden term to having Donald Trump back in the White House. Well, what do you want? This guy lost in space, or this guy he's like Jim Morrison or Freddie Mercury with his little microphone stick? Remember Freddie Mercury from Queen? He had a little short microphone. So here you have this guy. Oh, you smell good, baby doll. All right, move on. Vladimir Putin says he'd prefer if Joe Biden won the 2024 presidential race instead of Donald Trump. The Russian leader says he thinks Biden is more experienced and more predictable. That means we got his number. Putin's remarks are surprising considering Trump's effusive praise of the Russian leader. Well, value doesn't have a nation, name, or a gender or sex or anything like that, or age. If you're smart, you're smart, and I will say it. Now, it doesn't mean that certain actions that you employ with your intelligence are necessarily good for me, but maybe they are good for you. So still, intelligence is intelligence. You have to admit that, unless you're an idiot, and not you, obviously. So right here, Vladimir Putin knows who he wants in the White House come November. And he says, I'm quoting Putin, Biden he's more experienced, more predictable. He's a politician of the old formation. Dumbasses. Putin told Russia One host Pavel Zarubin. I don't like this Rubin at the end, but hey, what can you do? You know what I mean? People that know something about the world know exactly what I mean. Per a translation shared by the Associated Press. And I'm quoting again. But we will work with any U.S. leader whom the American people trust. Good job, Putin. That's smart. Putin says he wants Biden to win U.S. elections. Does that mean that Biden is a Russian asset now? Because the same garbage was used by these imbeciles here, when Putin said, well, I think Donald Trump is a smart guy, intelligent guy, which I think he is. So when he said that, see, they're together. He's waiting for Trump to be president and all the memes. Okay, well, it's funny sometimes it's idiotic. But here, if he says that, makes a compliment actually to both of them. Putin made a compliment to Biden and to Trump. To Biden, the fact that he would like him because he could deal more flexible, right? And or you can say he's an idiot. That means he can manipulate. Or the other one is Trump, which, hey, I don't want to deal with that guy. That guy is crazy. That guy is really tough. That means it's probably good for the Americans and not good for my interest. We're two separate teams, the Russians and the Americans. So if the Russians don't like something come from outside of America, that means that might be good for the US. So let's move on. Look at this guy. Okay. So it's the same thing. It says Putin was speaking to Russian. When I met Mr. Biden 3 years ago, it's true. People were already talking about his inabilities, but I saw nothing of the sort. Putin says, of course, you want to. It's like, remember the Enigma, the coding machine in the Second World War, the German coding machine? It was called Enigma. And what they did, the Poles shut down a German airplane, and that airplane had one of these Enigma machine, encoders, decoders. So they passed it to their masters, the Great Britain. Yeah, that's what happened. And these guys were capable to figure out since 1941 or 41, I think it was, the transmissions or have an idea about the transmissions between the German chief of staff and whatever military. So then they said, well, we don't know, man. That enigma is so good. Man, we can't decipher it, but we have it. So the same thing. You don't want to reveal it. Yeah, we know you did that. Oh, so how in the hell you knew that? And they're going to find out your sources. And they're going to decapitate your sources. And you have to work again for, I don't know, 20 years to put people in places where you can extract information, right? That's how you work with spies. All right, so nevertheless, here it is, my friends. The other two articles I'm going to go in a minute. But the point is, of course he wants to deal, he's going to make a compliment to Biden. Yeah, man, we want you. You're so good. You're strong. Fucker. And again, he defends him. He said, and Putin is going to tell us why he thinks that Biden is still okay. But there was a slight sting in the tail of his remarks as he added, so he banged his head on the helicopter when he was getting out of it. Who of us hasn't banged their head on something? Well, logical, but I think he wants this guy because he's an idiot. I mean, not an idiot. He's not all there. So, Russia Today. I want Biden to win. Putin. Russia will work with whoever the Americans elect, but this has its preferences, Vladimir Putin has says. And the same thing here. Biden is a more experienced and predictable person. He is a politician of the old sort, but we will work with any leader who gets the confidence of the American people. That is, we like this guy because, you know, he is more flexible, understands maybe negotiations. But I don't think Biden is better than Trump in negotiating for our interest. Biden is a sleaze, let's put it this way. And the same thing, this has the same thing with this. I am not a doctor. Yeah, come on, Putin, don't play dumb here. He says, well, so what if he whacked his head coming out of a helicopter? Who among us hasn't hit his head on a helicopter? Let him cast the first stone. Putin said, I am not a doctor. Well, Putin, come on, don't play dumb here. You can tell if you look at the certain person slurring his words, something is not connecting there. Maybe because of the alcohol, maybe because some certain illnesses, maybe, I don't know, something happened. Don't tell me that. I mean, you used to be a KGB guy, so you pretty much have to understand human nature, psychology, you understand behavior, put behavior with thoughts together, make patterns. Please look at various scenarios, right? Alternative hypotheses, and many, many, many more things that I'm pretty sure you're trained in. Body language, of course. No, I just mentioned a few. USA Today. Donald Trump responds to Vladimir Putin's comments about Joe Biden's days after attacking NATO. He didn't attack NATO. He told NATO, you motherfuckers did not pay up. You got to pay up. Oh, that attack. No, that's how it is. We are your protection in the neighborhood. That's how the thugs work. We are the protection of your business. If you want your business to be safe from us, we will protect you. Give me the money. That's how it is. This is the reality with NATO. In the meantime, we're going to attack others for you as well. We're going to dispense the crumbs to you after we as a coalition destroy that guy, loot that guy, those guys, and so on. That's what is NATO. What are you talking about? In the interest of some behind the scenes, not behind the scenes. The interests are over there. Military-industrial complex is money and power. Banking system, energy system. These are the areas where you have the guys in charge. And they use the military, and our people, our sons and daughters, our brothers, our parents, to pursue their interests for national security interests. All right, let's go back to see what Trump has to say about that one. It says here that former President Donald Trump, often accused of cozying up to Russian President Vladimir Putin for observing and noting the obvious, said he took it as a compliment after the foreign leader claimed his country would prefer President Joe Biden win America's 2024 presidential election. And I'm quoting Trump. Now, that's a compliment. Correct. Trump said without evidence that Putin would prefer Biden because he's not as harsh against Russia in the wake of the country's bloody invasion of Ukraine. And I'm quoting Trump. I got along good with him, but he doesn't want to have me. Why? Because you're going to make peace. That's what he said. So, my friends, of course, you want someone that you can work with, or someone that you can dominate. You don't want someone who's going to create problems to you, do you? It's like you go to a competition and you want to, you want to test yourself, but still you want to win. Yeah, you get over there and you got that's good, that's not good, that's not good. Obviously, you want to win. That's why you go to a competition. And in the process, you test yourself. But you don't want to test yourself and be eliminated in the first round. Or you didn't get a chance to test. That was your level. Why? Because you fought with a guy that eventually is going to be the champion. Bad luck. But you learned something, but too fast. You don't have time to get a lot of information on your abilities. Anyway, so here it is. Of course, he would like someone that he can work easier with. Good or bad. Work easier, that means you can, discuss, negotiate. But I don't see Biden that way. Biden is just a puppet in the string, pulled by others. And the other guy, now that's a compliment. And that's true. That's a compliment. He doesn't want me. That means he knows I'm a worthy opponent, Trump. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.